rarely get excited when the aliens push the next game box through the electro slot in my cell, but this time was different. Okay, maybe excited isn't the right word. First though, a little backstory. Some kids of my generation had home computers, but usually everyone you knew had a completely different machine. My unique neighborhood computer was the TRS-80 Color Computer, and even though I did most of my gaming on Atari consoles, I did have a couple of cartridges for the Coco, as it's affectionately known. One of them is the subject for this episode, and boy is it something. Number 17,935 on the list is Poltergeist for the Radio Shack Color Computer. Thanks, aliens. Thanks. I'm not actually sure why I had this game. I can only assume it was because I love Poltergeist and must have pestered someone in my family to gift it to me. As a result, I played it all the time and seem to recall being awfully frustrated by it. It wasn't cheap either. This was $35 in 1983 money. Also, this catalog description, while brilliantly written, further fuels the Steven Spielberg-directed Poltergeist controversy. I wonder if anyone I used to know is on dumb 1980s conspiracies duty. Hey, aliens, can you send this blurb to whoever is... Well, okay then, thanks. Before I get into the game itself, though, I need you to see the god-awful joystick controller we had to use with the color computer. You think the Atari 5200 controller is bad? Oh no, look at this garbage thing. Just stays wherever you leave it, and it has this one button that would sometimes just fall right out of its buttonhole. It's straight trash. Not that this David Cronenberg fleshy controller thing the aliens have me using is any better, but whatever. I'd love to give you some history about the development of this game, but most Tandy games, as I recall, don't give credit to the programmers. There's nothing on the cart, there are no names in the manual, and none on the program itself. It would be great to interview the person who made it, get some insight, but I wouldn't even know where to start. So let's just say Mr. Tandy made this. Okay, gameplay, fine. This first level, now, I had this down to an exact science, although as you'll see, some of that knowledge has clearly left my brain. You have to run around the neighborhood collecting the 5 items Tangina has requested. You know, all the things they throw into the closet that then re-emerge from the downstairs ceiling, covered in bloody chunks of goo. The game makes constant fart noises at you, and cars not obeying any traffic laws whatsoever attempt to murder you for the crime of collecting tennis balls. You then have to find the blue dot, which is where the poltergeist is. The dot moves from house to house, and that doesn't make any sense, but hey, video games. Once you collect all your items and return to someone's home, your deadly journey up the stairs begins. You're hampered by these black squares and circles with X's in them, just like in the movie. Touch one of them and you're dead. And I'll be honest, your weird shoe death is surprisingly well animated. Also, slowly descending the stairs and coming towards you is the film's iconic villain, the Bouncy Ball with a smiley face. The ball will freeze if a black box or X circle touches it. Again, just like the movie. I wouldn't have thought you could do the 1982 movie justice in a video game, but wow, they nailed it. Finally, you enter the closet, where you will see approaching images of either a stick figure or a scary face. The stick figure is Carol Ann, and the scary face is the poltergeist. You have to shoot the poltergeist at least half a dozen times without ever shooting Carol Ann to win the game. And the images, which are already blurry as hell to begin with, start coming at you faster and faster. As a kid, I only ever managed to do this once, and as an adult, there's no chance in hell I'm going to be able to pull it off. Remember the terrible controller I showed you earlier? Well, the aiming was designed for that dumb thing, meaning more modern self-centering joysticks make this a bit harder. Plus my reflexes just aren't what they used to be. If I'd been assigned this game 10 years ago, maybe. When you win, there's nothing really of note to see. Your bonus ticks off and the game over screen says, "This house is clean." That's it. If you're any good, you can literally finish this entire game in 90 seconds. Okay, normally I wouldn't editorialize like this, but come on, aliens. This one should have placed 20,000 episodes or so ago. This is a terrible video game. Hell, off the top of my head, I can think of at least 1,000 or so games we've covered already that are better than Poltergeist. Whatever, zap me, I don't care. What are you gonna do, make the next game worse? That won't fit your content premise. We're going from worst to best, remember? Well, this house is now definitely not clean. Like and subscribe, please.